The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook. Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Blackjack, a jackalope folk warlock.
I'm Kim Cross, and I play Beatrix, a Tabaxi rogue.
I'm Johnny Payne, and I play Twitch, a rat folk necromancer.
I'm Brooke Bullock, and I play Zionci, a spiderkin cleric.
I'm Gary Hester, and I play Billy, a Folsom fighter.
And I'm Connor Shenold, your DM. Join us now for Tales from the Wilds. After entering into the fourth guest room on the second floor, you found your way somehow into the Underdark. And now you are in a battle with Rumple and Stilt, with the termite skin dead on the ground. And it is the Quickling's turn. It has been frightened, so its attack will be at disadvantage. Okay. It is going to make one dagger attack at Blackjack. Even at disadvantage, that's a 21 to hit.
That is.
So you will take 7 points of piercing damage. It is going to take a stab at Billy with a 17 to hit.
Yep.
8 points of piercing damage. And Zionci, one last dagger attack at you. And it is going to miss with a natural 1.
That's true.
And Blackjack, it's your turn.
Have we hit this guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Beatrix did.
Good on you, bud.
Thank you.
I've used all my spells, and I can't do Eldritch Blast because they're right up on me.
You gotta take out a dagger.
Yeah. I do still have my Hex because it lasts for 8 hours. Hex on Rumple,
Okay.
and just attack him with my dagger.
Rumple or Stilt?
Rumple.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that is only going to be a 15 to hit.
That hits.
7 points of damage. Piercing.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. The termite is down, so now it is Billy's turn.
I would like to attempt to stab the Quickling because he's doing a lot of damage to
Okay.
a lot of people.
It will be at disadvantage.
I believe in you.
Yeah. Even at disadvantage, that is a 23
That hits.
Nice.
for 14.
This kills the Quickling.
Can I get to Rumple with any movement?
Yes.
I imagine we're all on top of each other.
Yeah.
Net 20.
Nice. Nice.
21 damage.
Ouchie.
And he is grievously wounded and has disadvantage on all attack rolls until my next turn.
Wow.
And then offhand is 22
That hits.
for 10 damage.
And Beatrix. Rumple is not looking too good.
All right. See if I can get in there and finish him. Okay. 19 to
That
hit.
hits.
28.
You managed to kill Rumple.
Feeling good about it.
His body drops to the ground, disappearing and leaving behind only the red cap.
Do we put it in our bag?
I think we grabbed the red cap.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
Billy puts it in the bag.
Yes.
Okay. The area around you dissolves, and you find yourselves in a room with rich, vibrant colors and golden accents decorate this room. The walls are a teal wallpaper with motifs of peacocks hidden into the design. You see many pieces of luggage are set up in a far corner of the room, a comfortable looking bed, and a desk situated under one of the windows along the northern wall.
I think this room belongs to Abdul.
Is there a fireplace?
There is not.
Okay. All right.
You know where to find me.
Are you getting in the bed?
I'm getting in the bed.
Do you want me to toss you into the pillows?
Oh, no, I have broken ribs. I should not.
So Beatrix wants to go check out the desk.
Okay. Before we actually go and do any of these things, should we take a rest?
Listen, if I have to fight anything else, I'm gonna die.
I want to make sure the desk isn't going to try to attack us.
Twitch is already reading the spell.
Okay.
With his one spell slot left that he has in his life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
You all read off the spell scroll of a long catnap and take a long rest in 20 minutes. So after you all finish your long catnap, you take a look around the room. Beatrix, you headed over to the desk.
I did.
And
Give you guidance on your way over there.
on top of the desk, you see various personal items are spread across it, though a majority of them seem to be letters. Sitting on top of the pile is a crumpled letter with golden filigree, and situated on the bottom corners are a coyote and a crow on opposite ends. This seems to match the invitation you all received to get into the party.
Hey, everybody, I'm looking at these papers, and they look like the invitations. My dearest friend, I'm proud to invite you to my upcoming engagement party. It's underlined, it's got question marks. In 10 days' time. I know reading those words may come as a shock to you, but I will explain everything after the event. You will know then why I had to go to such lengths for secrecy, and as such, I hope you will forgive me. In the meantime, please trust that I know what I am doing. Underlined, know what I am doing. And underneath that it says, I certainly hope so, ... sincerely, Ouroboros. And there's hearts. We've got a very angry elf drawn here with
Oh, I love
wolf
drawings.
scratched out, and the crow is holding a flower. So
Let me see the drawings.
yeah, you just get all over those drawings, Billy.
Billy, you take a look at this letter. You see what appears to be a little likeliness of Abzul himself, featured with an angry little frown, as well as the coyote on this invitation has been scribbled out, and the crow holds a cute little flower in its hand. And yes, there are hearts around Ouroboros' name.
Now, this little symbol outside of to the left of his head, that's just angry feelings, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Do we know if the Marquis is his symbol some kind of flower? I bet it is.
I will say you don't know exactly what his family sigil is.
I bet it's a flower.
Right.
We didn't have time to super talk about this, but Twitch and I have a theory that the Marquis is in love with Ouroboros and is thus very upset that he is getting married and is very confused by the whole thing.
Yes, and I'm wondering, though, why this seems like it's been crumpled up.
Because he's
mad about it.
And Beatrix, you also notice that there are several other letters underneath this invitation that you found. Rifling through them, they seem to detail a few hunting missions that Marquis Lazuli and Ouroboros had gone on, and then a few much older looking letters with exciting details from moments of their teen years. Each of these letters has some type of doodle on it, many including hearts, spring flowers, crows, and even a little doodle of two figures holding hands.
Do we think that Ouroboros loved him back?
Well, looking through all of these letters, I'm not necessarily seeing anything that's being reciprocated.
I'm just wondering if their hunting trips are cover.
I'm not sure that both of them think they are.
Yeah, these doodles seem to be a little bit more fresh than most of the ink that's on the letters. It seems as if after he's received these letters from Ouroboros, he's taken his time to draw little doodles on it.
So maybe it is reciprocated.
Don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Billy, I will also say you notice by the bed that there is a small nightstand.
Hey, investigating the bed has paid off. I trepidatiously open this nightstand, ready to shield my eyes.
You open up the nightstand drawer, And the only thing inside of it appears to be a small jewelry box.
Hey guys, we got another box, I bet. Listen, boxes around here keep poofing us places. Do we want to gather up?
Oh, yeah. Let's all gather around and see if we go somewhere.
We're just going to take a moment of silence, take a deep breath. We don't know. Last time we had to fight a really hard guy. Okay, and he will open the box.
So you open it up, and it reveals a heart-shaped emerald pendant on a fine gold chain inside of it.
Does it seem like women's jewelry? Like it's heart, it's fine, it seems dainty. Mm-hmm. Well, Oribos is spring. That implies green.
He is green.
Like he's green?
Yeah.
Like his skin's green?
It's like a soft green, and he's got dark green hair.
Like seafoam.
They're Eladrin. They take on colors.
I mean, I knew that they were Eladrin. I didn't know their skin went like that hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a spring Eladrin, right?
He's a spring Eladrin. I poke it.
Okay. So as you touch it, between one blink and the next, the room inverts itself, and you all find yourself standing on the ceiling. However, all of the furniture seems to still be in the same place as before. The chandelier, which is now on the floor for you guys, is hanging up. And Billy, you don't know where the pendant went.
Zianzi, is this what this is like all the time? This is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
I poked the thing. We're here now. I think I gotta poke it again to us. Does anyone see it?
Roll me a perception or an investigation check.
There we go.
18.
Okay.
13.
11.
21.
So everybody except for Beatrix and Billy, looking around the room after you orientate yourself for the room turning upside down, you spot one of the peacocks in the wallpaper is strangely right side up, whereas the rest of them are pointing down. And on the chest of this peacock, you spot the heart-shaped pendant.
Do you think this is some kind of trap that he made so that nobody could steal his very special necklace?
I'm not sure.
This isn't a memory.
I know, but there's that peacock over there. That's awkward.
That's weird.
And it's hot. It's got the same shape on its chest.
He's upside down too.
Well, he's right side up to us, though.
Every other peacock is upside down.
We will waddle over to it and try to poke it.
Billy, you poke the emerald pendant on this peacock's chest, and right when you do, a shimmering golden portal opens up before you.
Ooh. This is an elaborate memory we must fetch.
Yeah.
All right, Billy, we're going into the portal.
You know, I wonder, because the Marquis and Oribos are such good friends, the Marquis would know about the rooms being all kind of booby-trapped, and if he didn't want other people to know that he was in love with Oribos, then he might have set all of this up as an elaborate ruse, like Miss Green did with her.
Right, well, that's what I was thinking, too. I think this was much like what Rondura did.
So we're gonna jump through this portal, but hey, remember last time we jumped through a portal and we were falling through the sky? Prepare for that to happen again. Because we're on the ceiling.
Let's go.
Okay.
So you all head through the portal, and suddenly it's like you're stepping into this room through its regular door. And now in this room, you see the same setup as before. However, now you see Abzul is sitting at the desk, slumped over it.
Like asleep.
Roll me a medicine check.
Maybe he's upset.
18.
Yes, you notice that he is asleep. However, with that check, you notice that the parts of his golden skin that are visible are slowly beginning to turn an icy blue color.
Oh, he's a Eladrin too. Maybe he was fallen, now he is winter because he is sad.
That's what I was thinking. He is sad.
He is sad.
He has a sad.
He has this.
He has the deep sad.
He's the sad.
Is there a mirror?
No,
But if I look at Blackjack, what do I see?
Blackjack.
You're just you.
Just you.
Is there any paper in front of him? Like, is he writing something or just read something?
Twitch, can you look and see what he's writing or what he's been reading?
I'll
Look over his shoulder.
quietly go up there and, take a peek over his shoulder and see what I see.
Okay. So even without having to make a perception check, you notice that the letters underneath him seem to be all of the ones that you found on his desk in Bleakburn Manor's guest room.
However, do they have the doodles?
Yes.
Are we in Bleakburn Manor?
Mm-hmm. We're in the same room.
Roll me a
Oh.
Doesn't sound like it.
perception check.
16.
I'll say with that, you notice that outside the window, it is a bright, sunny day. And as you look outside the window, you don't seem to be in Bleakburn Manor. Nothing about the scenery outside matches with what you know about the grounds of Bleakburn Manor.
But the wallpaper and stuff is all the same?
Yes.
So Oribas cares enough about Marquis to make the room like his room at his... Maybe this is his house.
But the rooms are based off of their memory and their ideas, so he probably just wanted a room.
Oh, I guess that might be how it works, huh?
How old does he look?
Same age that you know him to be.
So this is very recent.
The crumpled paper is there?
Yes.
Okay, so this is within the last 7 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
With that information shared, can I walk over to the window and see if I get any clues about where we might be?
Roll me an investigation check.
Modified 12.
Looking around, you seem to be in a very tall building. Tall enough that you're able to see into the city surrounding wherever this room is. You assume it to be some type of manor. And across the way, you spot the sign for the Lazy Ladle, located in Athenas.
Greetings and salutations, my friends. I'm Michael Cross. So great to have a moment to talk with you during this mid-show break. First off, I want to invite you all to join us as Patreon members. The money we raise helps us pay for things like the music and sound effects you hear on the show, as well as money to go to events and make new fans. When you become a Patreon member, you get our episodes 4 days early, bonus content, access to our Discord server, and full versions of our roundtable discussions. You'll be joining other fans like Scott Wise, Don Mills, Heath Mormon, and the Lady Kate. So join us right now at patreon.com/RedDirtDnD. Another way to support us is by getting your very own Red Dirt merchandise. You can find things like hats, hoodies, mugs, and t-shirts. Just click on the merch tab at RedDirtDnD.com or RedDirtRPG.com. Since 2020, the Red Dirt D&D podcast has been close to another Oklahoma actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast, D20 to Curtain. And me personally, I've had a chance to work on stage with some of the actors on the show. So when you get done with this episode, you should check them out.
Hello, fellow D&Ders. My name is Jerome.
I'm Jennifer. I'm Jody.
And together with our friends Kara, Timothy, and Jared, we are the cast of the D20 to Curtain podcast, where Oklahoma theater geeks and their friends hit record and explore our new addiction to Dungeons & Dragons.
We think D&D is more than just a game. It helps us tap into the enduring power of storytelling.
We combine live gameplay with behind-the-curtain episodes to share our experiences, insights, habits, discoveries, and passion for D&D with anyone who will listen.
We hope D20 to Curtain will make you laugh, cry, maybe even make your experience at your table even more satisfying. Check us out anywhere you listen to podcasts or visit us at d20tocurtain.com or at D20 to Curtain on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
We look forward to having you. All we ask is that you have fun, be kind, and play the role.
If you're looking for more content, make sure to check out our YouTube page with Mysteries of Beatrix live every Wednesday. Keys from the Golden Vault from the Red Dirt Outlaws dropping every Tuesday at noon, and Plausible Deniability every other Thursday at 7 p.m. So come check it out at youtube.com/@RedDirtRPG or search for Red Dirt RPG on YouTube. And we would love to hear from you. Find us on social media at Red Dirt RPG. You can also get in touch with us through our website at reddirtrpg.com. In the meantime, make sure and subscribe to this podcast and leave a comment on your favorite podcatcher so others can find us. All right, I think that's everything I need to tell you. Right now, let's head back to Red Dirt D&D.
inspecting Abzul's room, you located a fine pendant that eventually leads you to what appears to be Abzul's room, located in the city of Athenas. Abzul is asleep on the desk in the room and does not seem to yet realize that he has some uninvited guests in the room with him.
We should maybe leave.
I was wondering.
And knock on the door.
In the past, we've always been someone else. So, yes, let's go ahead and step out and then knock on the door.
Very quietly. After all this, maybe we should visit Athenas. It seems pretty nice.
Oh, my patron is here. He's king of this town.
We should go and visit your patron. Say hi.
Hopefully he's forgiven me.
I was going to mention the one thing, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So you all step out of the door and you find a extravagant hallway that seems to kind of match the style that Marquis Lazuli just kind of has. And you wait a few seconds, knock on the door, and you hear a bit of a rummaging throughout the room before the door swings open, and Abzul looks over at you. I don't think I quite know who you all are. What business do you have here?
We were sent to ask you if you have heard about the festival.
In Bleakburn, it's going to be quite a thing.
Did Orobos send you here?
Yes.
He really wants you to attend. He's hoping that you would.
He heaves a heavy sigh. Yes, I will be in attendance. In fact, I've packed my bags up to make the trip there as fast as I can.
We were also invited. Do you think we could maybe, hitch a ride?
Well, certainly you have your own way to get into the manor. I will be going there a couple of days before this engagement party. Probably best if you lot arrive at a more prompt time.
What can we tell the Duke when we return so that he'll know that you're on your way?
Just tell him I'm on my way.
He was wondering how you were feeling.
Well, if he really wanted to know that, he would have told me about this engagement party prior to me finding out through this invitation.
So you're feeling bitter then is the answer to the question.
I suppose.
Is there anything we can do to help you with what's going on?
Honestly, I don't know. Do you know anything about who this woman is that he's supposedly getting married to?
We are learning a lot more than we used to, and I can say that they do seem to be very much in love. What we've seen of them, they seem to care about each other a lot.
You see a kind of displeased look wash over his face before he turns back to his room. You get the sense that he's trying to hide his expressions.
Billy pushes Beatrix forward. You did it last time, make him feel better.
Remind him what the Duke said in the note about how it's important that it stays a secret, but that he can explain it all later. I whisper to Beatrix.
So Beatrix is going to just go over near him and get that look on her face that I am so sorry that you're having to feel this right now. I understand what it's like from some experiences that I've had, that you're concerned for your friend. You are sad because this is going to change your relationship. But I want to make sure that you do know that he cares very, very deeply about you. And this has got to be kept a secret, what's happening right now. But he knows that he's got some explaining to do and intends to find some time with you to help you understand what has been happening to cause this.
You see Abzul heave another sigh. So, yeah, that's what he said in his letter to me, but I don't have a good feeling about whatever is happening. I've sifted through practically all of the letters that he's ever sent me before, and he has never mentioned who this woman might be. I don't know if I can trust that he will be safe.
When was your last correspondence?
Unfortunately, it was about 3 months ago. He left 2 months prior to this on a solo hunting trip. And now he comes back with some woman that he deems good enough to be engaged to.
Sir, let me ask you this. You've known Mr. Orbos since you were children, right?
Yes.
And you trust him up until you got this invitation. Let's pretend you never got that invitation. You trust him, yes?
I trust him in many ways. Keeping himself safe is not something I trust of him.
I understand that. But has he ever done anything without, at least in his mind, a good reason?
You see him pause for a moment and look over your group, trying to judge whether or not you all can be trusted with this information. He is not sometimes very rash in his decision making.
You know, I understand that. I haven't known him as long as you have. I'm only 3, but he seems very kind and he wants to help people. And so maybe the reason this is all rushed, and maybe the reason he didn't tell you about it earlier, is because he needed to help this lady. And he didn't have time to confer with you. I'm sure he wanted to. I'm sure that nothing has happened in his life that has ever been as important as this, and he hasn't consulted you or shared his joy or shared his sadness, but he didn't want to put all of that in a letter that may go astray. I think maybe you should go to this party and give him a chance to explain.
I believe you're right. I just don't want another repeat of him getting into a relationship he can't find his way out of.
He's done this before, huh?
Not in a romantic sense like this one seems. Everybody knows his father was especially cruel. He had to do something very drastic in order to remove himself from that situation.
And you know, maybe that has played a role in what has happened. Him wanting to help this young lady. Maybe she's coming from a similar situation and he knows that and wants to help her. But I also know that Duke Orbos, despite the misfortune he has experienced and the trauma that he has endured, still remains hopeful and optimistic and a believer in that a person can choose their own luck. That Cios smiles on everybody from time to time, and it's not all the time.
You happen to know what he did to get himself out of that situation?
Unfortunately, he didn't ever share all the details with me. I understand it was something very challenging for him to go through. Most of what I know is Ulysses' death was not what he intended.
Yeah, we know that he's, for lack of a better term, had to convince himself of its accidental properties, you know. So maybe in helping out this lady, he's trying to help assuage some of the guilt that he felt about what happened with Ulysses.
Maybe. In any case, I still believe it's very pertinent for me to arrive before the party.
I agree. I also think that you should give Duke Orbos a chance and try to go in with an open mind.
All right. Thank you all for talking some sense into me. I will try to put my own feelings aside for his happiness.
We will let you get ready for your trip, Marquis.
Thank you. A lot of packing to do. And the memory around you fades, and you find yourself back in an empty guest room.
Who was it that had the fiend folio with the page mark?
It was in the library.
It was a library.
Yes, it was in the library, but it was Orbos' library,
didn't it have someone's name on it?
No, I asked if there was someone's name on it, and Connor said no.
Do you think he made a deal with the devil to get out of this bad situation with his father, and that devil just may be Asmodeus?
Maybe.
Or the succubus themselves, Jaska.
Because that would kind of put him into a relationship with someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beatrix, I did it!
I'm so proud of you. You did an amazing job.
I've got to say, that was a very touching moment.
I was so couth.
You were incredible.
You were incredibly couth.
I'm learning skills.
You are. Your social skills are really growing.
Beatrix does a really good job, so I just try to, do that.
Just act like Beatrix.
But that's a really good point, Mr. Twitch.
Right. We've only got one more room, which means we've got one more chance to roll those doubles.
I think this time is going to be the time.
I believe in Beatrix.
So you all head out of Marquis Lazzuli's room and head over to the last door. You hear from downstairs the grandfather clock chiming yet another hour.
1 and 3. 6.
So, the door to this room slides open, and it seems a little strange because you open it into a guest room. However, it is a very lackluster room compared to some of the other more opulent rooms that you've come across. There is only a bed that seems to be more in place with a tavern-style bed. And there is a singular table in the center of the room. The walls are a dull stone color, and the entire room feels dirty and unkept.
Maybe we're supposed to clean it?
I thought the building prestidigitation would do that.
No, this is the room before the room.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's right. We're not actually, because we didn't roll the right one. Okay, so
Oh, yes.
let's clean everything up.
Okay.
We start deep cleaning.
Pick one thing in the room that someone's going to clean. Blackjack, what are you going to clean?
Is there a mirror?
He hasn't
Such
got
a
to look
vein.
at himself for several episodes.
Gonna clean a mirror.
Actually, sure, there's a mirror.
I clean the mirror.
Okay. Billy.
I want to make the bed.
Okay, you start making the bed. Twitch.
I'll pick up one of the pillows that fell on the floor and set it on the bed, helping Billy.
All right. Zionzi.
It only seems natural I should dust and look for cobwebs.
There's quite a few, however, they don't seem to be occupied with any spiders.
Oh, that's good.
Beatrix.
I'll try to polish up the table in the middle of the room.
Okay. So, Beatrix, as you approach the table, you see it is decorated in a labyrinth mosaic, and the longer that you stare at the design, the more your attention holds fast to it, following the intricate details that make up the labyrinth. Moments later, you forcefully tear your eyes away and noticed that a new door has appeared in the room on the eastern wall.
Does everybody see that there is now a door that has appeared on this wall?
What? Where? Oh.
As Beatrix points it out, you guys do notice that now there appears a new door.
I want to investigate the door.
Okay.
22.
So it seems to be your standard everyday door. It appears kind of like the rest of this room, dirty, unkept, bit of rust on its hinges, but it doesn't seem to be trapped in any way.
Seems like it's okay, other than the fact that it just wasn't here a moment ago.
Yeah, magic.
Or it was here a moment ago and only been revealed now.
Right.
But then, there's also the probability of it.
Open the door.
Open the door, Mr. Twitch.
Okay.
So you open up the door in front of you, and opening it up, you see a large corridor extends out before you. You see tall stone walls that reach taller than your eyes can see and are much too large for you to still be inside of the manor. This large corridor seems to guide you further into what you think will lead you deeper into a labyrinth.
Well, I guess we should head on down.
Everybody should stay together.
Yes.
No scampering off, Mr. Twitch.
Billy, we're following you.
Okay.
So as you start walking through this labyrinth, you hear a strange rumbling, like that of stone grinding against stone, and the floor below you shudders.
It's changing.
Roll me a survival check. Anybody?
Nat 1.
I also got that one.
15.
8.
18.
Okay.
Much better.
Twitch and Zionzi. Yes, you do notice that this labyrinth seems to be shifting around you, and it's strange. It seems to be shifting to keep you on the correct path.
I don't think it's hurting us.
Billy, it's okay. Just ride the wave.
Okay. He starts scampering.
So after a while, through twists and turns, you find yourself before a simple wooden door, and the rumbling noise behind you signifies the labyrinth closing off behind you.
Thank you, Mr. Labyrinth.
It seems the only way to go now is through the door before you.
Okay. I open it.
Opening the door, you find yourself in a familiar temple, the one dedicated to Ceos in the city of Bleakburn. You see Lewin bent over on the ground, drawing something on the floor, and you also spot the woman you saw in Lady J's memories. Both of them appear to be in a deep, quiet conversation that is barely audible to you, before Lewin looks up and notices your entrance into the temple. "Ah, great, you're finally here," Lewin exclaims, rising from the floor and patting off his robes of any dust. "Let us begin the ritual."
Of course, we are definitely prepared for this ritual.
Just to make sure we got everything straight, tell me one more time. Walk me through this one more time.
Okay, so Lady J here will stand on this other magical circle, and you will stand on this one, and the ritual can begin.
And at the end of this ritual, what will happen?
Your appearances will change.
Now we are Jaska.
And do you have the appropriate number of candles lit? I'm looking around, hobnobbing, okay. And yes, you seem to have the dagger on the altar in place. You have a mirror. You always have to, invoke the other side and need the reflection.
Oh, yes, you're right. My apologies. Let me go grab the mirror. And he exits out of the room, and you are left with Lady J.
Lady J, are you sure you'll want to go through with this?
I think it is the only way I can evade Asmodeus.
If you need any help getting away from Asmodeus, I promise I will help you.
After a few moments, Lewin returns with the mirror in hand, and he places it before you. And all of you see standing in the reflection of the mirror is the figure that you saw as Lady J at the party. A female human with long auburn hair, with slightly bushier eyebrows, and Xianzi, somehow, someway, you pick up the familiar scent of cinnamon in the air.
Red Dirt D&D Tales from the Wilds is Connor Shenold as Jaska and our Dungeon Master, Johnny Payne as Twitch, Kiri Hester as Billy, Kim Cross as Beatrix, Brooke Bullock as Xianzi, and I'm Michael Cross as Blackjack. The showrunner for Campaign 2 is Aidan Cross. Our theme music was created by the cinemagician P.J. Castillo. Our incidental music comes from Jeffrey McBride. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of Monument Studios, Sirenscape, Describe.com, and TabletopAudio.com. Dice for the Red Dirt D&D cast provided by SD Way Gaming. You can find us at reddirtdnd.com. If you enjoy the new campaign of Red Dirt D&D, make sure to subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/reddirtdnd at whatever giving level works best for you. Join us next time as we travel farther into the wilds.
Do we want to keep him alive for any reason?
Nope. He's just gonna kill more pixies.
I think we are taking revenge on all the pixies.
I think this negates the pixie I accidentally killed. I'm saving few.
Underlined, know what I am doing. And underneath that it says, I certainly hope so, ... sincerely, Ouroboros, and there's hearts. And
how very middle school of him. Now, this little symbol outside to the left of his head, that's just angry feelings, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought. I recognize a kind of manga style.
Yeah. Taking his time to draw little doodles on it.
So maybe it is reciprocated.
Don't know.
It's hard to say.
It seems to me that he just can't quit you. So.
That was a Brokeback Mountain reference.
I got it.
Yep.
Oh.
It's a Brokeback Mountain.
Billy, I will also say you notice by the bed that there is a small nightstand.
Hey!
Oh.
Investigating the bed has paid off. I would like...
There's furniture!
Finally!
Next to the bed!
So you open it up, and it reveals a heart-shaped emerald pendant on a fine gold chain inside of it.
Heart of the Ocean style?
Sure.
But green.
I understand that reference.
I don't.
It's Titanic.
Oh, okay.
Xianzi, is this what this is like all the time? This is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
You're the only one that has no problem with this whatsoever.
You guys learn spider climb.
Dancing on the ceiling.
Except for the...
I also think that you should give Duke Ouroboros a chance and try to go in with an open mind.
All right.
And if you see any possums, you should not judge them for their rude questions.
I'll try and keep that in mind.
Especially any that happen to be riding a big rat.
1 and 3. 6. Back to 6 and 3.
It all comes full circle. All multiples of 1.
I swear. It's like it's those dice. You gave me faulty dice.
Just get luckier.
Okay, so
Oh, yes.
let's clean everything up.
Okay.
We start deep cleaning. Whistle while you work.
Does everybody see that there is now a door that has appeared on this wall?
What? Where? Oh.
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at this handsome man in this mirror.
Yes, you're fabulous, Blackjack. There's a door over here.
So it seems to be your standard everyday door. It appears kind of like the rest of this room, dirty, unkept, bit of rust on its hinges.
Does anyone have any WD-40? There's an artificer I know who makes it. Everybody should stay together.
Yes.
No scampering off, Mr. Twitch.
Billy, we're following you.
Okay. Billy sticks out his left hand, touches
There
the
you go.
wall.
I don't scamper.
It seems the only way to go now is through the door before you.
Okay. I open it.
I love the idea that, you had to jump up to turn the knob and open it.
I have long arms.
Or use your tail.
Yeah.
He's actually standing up on his tippy toes.